Welcome to your weekly ticket, work from home edition. All right, huge news if you were into the visual trip that is Doctor Strange, because Sam Raimi has announced he will be taking up the sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, Sam Raimi is no stranger to comic book movies, as he directed Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Those are the ones with Tobey Maguire, and also still my favorite. Raimi made the announcement while promoting his 50 States of Fright anthology, saying, "I loved Doctor Strange as a kid, but he was always after Spider-Man and Batman for me." Raimi takes over for the director of the original Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson, who actually took to Twitter in full support of him. "I've worked with Sam Raimi, one of the nicest people I've known in the film business and as a director, a true living legend. What a great choice to take over Doctor Strange. I look forward to seeing it in theaters November 5th, 2021. And Emmy Award-winning director Reed Morano is in talks to direct Jennifer Lopez in The Godmother. The film is based on the true-life Colombian drug lord Griselda Blanco and will be distributed by STX Films. Lopez will star as Blanco and produce alongside Elaine Goldsmith-Thomas, Benny Medina, and Julie Yorn. STX Films and Lopez also collaborated on Second Act and Hustlers. And a lot of movie release dates are in flux and are moving around, but Paramount Pictures says that their feature, Top Gun: Maverick, is still on course to hit theaters December 23rd, 2020. The director, Joseph Kosinski, told comicbook.com, "We are sticking to our schedule and finishing the movie just as if we were coming out on its original release date." That was in the summer. "Luckily, I'm in the home stretch of post-production where, despite all the restrictions on how you can work now, I am able to continue doing my job and finish the movie, which is pretty amazing." That is kind of awesome that he's like working on Top Gun from home. And Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, which is also set to be released this December, just released these first look photos into the musical remake. The film stars Ansel Elgort, Rachel Zegler, Ariana DeBose, and EGOT winner and star of the original film, Rita Moreno, who will be playing the newly created Valentina. All right, let's do a set change and get some help for this next part. But maybe you're stuck inside looking for something to watch and you need some recommendations. Well, that's why we're here, and I've got a special guest today, Rotten Tomatoes correspondent Mark Ellis. Mark, what do you got for us?
Khail, if you're like me, you've worn out all your video game systems, including this Game Boy that now has no back to the Tetris cartridge. And so I'm trying to think, okay, what's another board game that I can do? If I go back to that era, then I'm like, well, what's a good board game movie? Oh, wait, Clue. And it holds up so well. Like a lot of other 80s comedies pale in comparison because the physical humor is still there. The script is still as sharp as it ever was. And it's just such a fun murder mystery comedy. They do not make movies like this anymore. Khail, they're thinking about remaking Clue, but if you go back and watch the 1985 classic, you're going to say nobody should ever touch this property again. It's perfect.
Wow, I did not see that one coming. I've never seen it. I might check that out, actually. That's great.
Oh, please do. And then as soon as you watch it, text me and let me know your thoughts, because I trust your comedy instincts. I think you're really going to enjoy this movie. It is a gem.
That's great. Awesome. Yeah, I've still got the high off of Knives Out, so that should work for me then.
Better than Knives Out. Hot take, better than Knives Out.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, let me do my recommendation. Speaking of unexpected, I picked Trolls World Tour. I had a completely different movie up until last night, and I put it on out of curiosity. I'm trying to support all the movies that are being released for theatrical rental. It is so creative and so beautiful. If you are a fan of animation, they do some really clever stuff in this that is just visually worth watching. Like, for example, the heavy metal trolls, at one point, she tells some like stories via heavy metal patches on a black denim jacket. And so they like there's just all these creative choices, different textures for the music videos. They do it in different filming styles. At one point, one guy's running away and they do that like front mounted camera on one of the trolls. They don't have to. This is a digital movie. It's just, there's a lot of creative choices. I didn't expect to like it. It's a lot of fun. if you just check it out. Like if you're curious and you love animation, check it out.
The closest thing I have to a troll on my collector's desk is this is a pop toy that my niece made for me for my birthday. So that's my troll.
Oh.
It's just how my 5-year-old niece sees me, Khail.
Oh, I mean, it's a little off, but it's pretty close.
She got the teeth right. She got the teeth perfect.
All right, cool. All right, well, thank you, Mark Ellis.
Hey, great seeing you, buddy. And in the words of Clue, I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
Available to watch at home today is The Turning.
What happened to your last nanny?
Like I'd tell.
You need to take charge here, Kate.
I know what you're afraid of. Keeping the lights on won't keep you safe.
Kate Mandel, played by Mackenzie Davis, takes a job as a nanny for 2 young orphans at an isolated Gothic mansion in the Maine countryside. She soon learns that the children, Miles and Flora, are emotionally distant and unstable. When strange events start happening to Kate and the siblings, she begins to suspect there is more to the family's story. The film is a modern take on Henry James's novella The Turn of the Screw, and also stars Finn Wolfhard and Brooklyn Prince. 2 of the coolest names in the industry, wow. But if horror isn't really your thing, check out Ip Man 4. The finale for this beloved martial arts saga is available to watch at home on Fandango now.
So you're a teacher?
I am a teacher. I teach Chinese Kung Fu.
Like a gymnast?
Yes, something like that.
Following the death of his wife, Ip Man travels to San Francisco to ease tensions between the local kung fu masters and his star student Bruce Lee while searching for a better future for his son. The film earned over $100 million at the box office in China, outgrossing the newly released, get this, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Oh, and it's also fresh with a 90% on the tomato meter, so it's definitely worth a watch. Well, that's it for this week. Let us know what you'll be watching and if there's anything else that you think we should check out. And I'll see you next week. I can't believe I had all this stuff to do this. Well, I might as well try to go around the block.